Drew. I'm Jonathan. We are the Property Brothers, and we love all the questions you're sending us on Facebook.
The sound of power tools cuts through the air. A half-demolished wall stands between two men in matching work shirts, their familiar smiles catching the light as they high-five over another successful reveal. Have you ever wondered what really happened to the twin brothers who transformed the home renovation genre forever?
The day when we work together, we find that Jonathan and I we come up with a better solution together.
Did the pressures of fame, business ventures, and personal struggles ever threaten the foundation they built together? And as their empire expanded beyond television, what price did they pay behind those perfectly staged homes? Stay tuned, because by the end of this story, you'll know exactly what really happened to Jonathan and Drew Scott from Property Brothers and where things stand as of September 2025. Let's dive in. For over a decade, they've been the familiar faces guiding hopeful homeowners through the renovation process.
Brian seems pretty easygoing and optimistic about a renovation. However, Allison...
Jonathan Scott, the contractor with building expertise and creative vision, alongside his twin brother Drew, the real estate agent with a knack for finding diamond-in-the-rough properties. Together, they created the perfect formula. Buy an older, undervalued home, renovate it into a dream space, and transform not just houses, but lives in the process. Their signature approach, showing computer renderings of what could be, followed by the dramatic reality of what is, captivated audiences worldwide. But long before they became household names, these Canadian twins were building an entirely different kind of career path. Born in Vancouver, British Columbia, on April 28, 1978, Jonathan and Drew grew up on a ranch outside the city. Their father, Jim Scott, worked in the film industry as a stuntman and assistant director, giving the boys an early glimpse into entertainment. Their mother, Joanne, balanced the family with a steady, grounding presence. Even as children, the twins displayed natural, entrepreneurial spirits. While most kids were setting up lemonade stands, Jonathan and Drew were crafting decorative hangers and selling them door to door at just 7 years old. The Scott family ranch wasn't just a home, but a classroom where the twins developed practical skills. They learned basic construction from their father, who involved them in ranch maintenance projects. The boys would help build fences, repair structures, and maintain the property. Practical experience that would later become the foundation of their television empire.
Hermano e hermano. Do you even know what that means? Brother e brother?
These early years instilled in them not just technical knowledge, but a work ethic that would define their future success. Their childhood home in the countryside provided space for imagination and ambition to grow. While Jonathan showed early interest in magic and illusions, Drew gravitated toward acting and sports. Both were competitive by nature, a trait that would serve them well as they navigated the challenging entertainment and real estate industries later in life. The ranch, with its open spaces and constant projects, became the testing ground for their creativity and determination. By their teenage years, the twins were already showing signs of their future paths. Jonathan's interest in construction deepened as he helped with more complex projects around the ranch, while Drew's natural charisma and comfort in social situations pointed toward his future in sales. What neither could have predicted was how perfectly these separate interests would eventually complement each other in their shared business ventures.
Today is March 3rd, World Book Day, and there is no better day to announce our huge news. We're going on tour!
After high school, the brothers faced their first significant fork in the road. Drew pursued acting, moving to Vancouver to chase roles in film and television, while Jonathan enrolled at the University of Calgary studying business management. But the separation wouldn't last long. The brothers soon realized their combined talents created something greater than their individual pursuits. Their first venture into real estate came when they were just 18 years old. With $250 down, they purchased a 7-bedroom property near their university for $200,000. After making modest renovations, they sold it a year later for a $50,000 profit. This first taste of success in real estate flipping sparked something in the brothers. They realized they could combine Jonathan's renovation skills with Drew's eye for property values to create a sustainable business model. The early 2000s saw the twins establishing themselves in the real estate world, buying properties, renovating them, and selling for profit. They formed Scott Real Estate in 2004, growing it into a successful company with offices in Vancouver, Calgary, and Las Vegas. During this period, Jonathan also continued developing his construction knowledge, earning contractor licenses and honing the skills that would later make him the renovation expert on their shows.
What is going on with the helmet you're wearing? What was I thinking? I cannot stand produce.
Meanwhile, Drew pursued his real estate license and quickly demonstrated natural talent in the field. His ability to spot undervalued properties with great potential became a cornerstone of their business model. The brothers established a rhythm. Drew would find and acquire properties, and Jonathan would transform them with targeted renovations. This dynamic would later translate perfectly to television. But the path to television fame wasn't immediate. Both brothers continued pursuing separate interests in entertainment alongside their real estate business. Drew audited for acting roles, while Jonathan performed as a magician and illusionist. They appeared in minor roles on television shows and even created a behind-the-scenes production company. These experiences, while not immediately successful, were laying the groundwork for their future media empire. The brothers' first attempt at television came with a show concept called Realtor Idol, a competition series for real estate agents. While the concept didn't sell, it put them on the radar of television producers. In 2009, they caught the attention of Cineflix Productions, who saw potential in the charismatic twins with real estate expertise. The production company developed a show concept around their complementary skills, finding fixer-uppers and transforming them into dream homes. And that's when everything changed. In 2011, Property Brothers premiered on the W Network in Canada before making its way to HGTV in the United States. The premise was simple yet compelling. Drew would help clients find and purchase fixer-uppers, while Jonathan would renovate them into dream homes within a strict budget and timeline. The format allowed viewers to experience both the thrill of the real estate hunt and the satisfaction of a dramatic renovation reveal. What set Property Brothers apart was the authentic chemistry between Jonathan and Drew. Their natural sibling rivalry, complementary expertise, and genuine passion for helping homeowners resonated with audiences. Their playful banter, combined with real construction knowledge and design sense, created a perfect balance of entertainment and information. Viewers weren't just watching a home renovation show. They were invited into a relationship with two likable brothers who happened to be experts in their field. The success was immediate and substantial. Within the first year, Property Brothers became one of HGTV's most-watched shows, catapulting the Scott brothers to home improvement stardom. Viewers connected with their approachable personalities and the genuine care they showed for homeowners. The format, showing computer-generated renderings of what could be, followed by the reality of what is, became their signature approach, giving viewers both the fantasy and reality of home renovation. As Property Brothers gained popularity, the twins leveraged their newfound fame to expand their brand. In 2012, they launched Brother vs. Brother, a competition show where Jonathan and Drew led teams of home improvement contestants. This was followed by Buying and Selling in 2013, where they helped homeowners sell their current property while finding and renovating a new one. By 2014, the Scott brothers had become the faces of HGTV, with multiple shows running concurrently on the network. Their empire expanded beyond television to include furniture lines, home decor collections, books, and even a lifestyle magazine called Reveal. They founded Scott Brothers Entertainment, a production company that allowed them to develop and produce their own shows, as well as content for other personalities. The peak era of Property Brothers saw the twins working at an almost superhuman pace. They were filming multiple shows simultaneously, often in different cities.
But when it comes to overall design taste, things are a little vague, so I'm hoping some fresh mountain air might bring them clarity.
Their schedule required them to renovate dozens of homes each year while maintaining their media presence, developing product lines, and managing their growing business interests. Behind the cheerful on-screen personas were two extremely hardworking entrepreneurs pushing themselves to build a lasting brand. During this time, they became known for their signature approach to renovation, finding creative solutions to maximize budgets, navigating unexpected challenges with grace, and delivering emotional reveal moments that captured the joy of homeownership. Each episode followed a reliable formula: the initial house hunt with Drew, the purchase of a fixer-upper, the design plan presentation by Jonathan, the inevitable mid-renovation challenges, and finally the triumphant reveal of the transformed space. Their on-screen dynamic became their trademark. Jonathan, the playful contractor with hands-on knowledge, and Drew, the savvy realtor with business acumen. They developed running jokes about their rivalry as twins, their dating lives, and their different approaches to problems. This personal connection with the audience, more than just their renovation skills, cemented their place in television history. Now, if you're wondering how anyone maintains that level of success and work pace without facing serious challenges, they don't. Behind the scenes, the picture looked different. By 2016, rumors began circulating about the toll their schedule was taking. According to sources close to production, the brothers were filming up to 10 months a year, working 16-hour days to maintain multiple shows simultaneously.
We have the best fans in the world. And I'm like the best with our fans' kids. Oh, that's true. Babysitting contractor.
This grueling pace reportedly led to exhaustion and occasional tensions on set, though the brothers have always maintained a united public front. In 2016, Jonathan went through a difficult divorce from his longtime girlfriend, Yasinta Kuznetsov, after several years together. While he kept details private, he later acknowledged in interviews that the demands of his career had played a role in the relationship's end. The pressures of fame and constant travel had created strain that proved too difficult to overcome. For Drew, personal life milestones came with their own challenges. His engagement to Linda Fan in 2016 and their subsequent 2018 wedding became content for their show Property Brothers at Home, Drew's Honeymoon House. While celebrating their relationship, this also meant turning personal moments into professional content, blurring the already thin line between their public and private lives. Health concerns also emerged. In 2019, Jonathan revealed he had been diagnosed with a gastrointestinal condition that had gone undiagnosed for years. According to his social media posts, the condition had affected him during filming, though viewers would never have known from his energetic on-screen presence. This revelation highlighted the gap between the perfectly presented television personalities and the human realities behind them. The business empire they built also faced growing pains. In 2018, their furniture line Scott Living faced customer complaints about quality and delivery issues, according to business reporting at the time. Their publication Reveal magazine launched in January 2020, just before the COVID-19 pandemic upended the publishing industry, leading to reported challenges in distribution and advertising revenue. By late 2020, the brothers faced perhaps their biggest professional challenge when the pandemic halted production on their shows and disrupted the real estate market they depended on. According to industry reports, HGTV was forced to air reruns while new episodes were delayed. The brothers pivoted quickly, filming self-shot content from their homes and developing new production protocols to safely resume filming. Here's where it gets complicated. The pandemic didn't just affect their television production, it transformed the entire housing market they operated in. Suddenly, the affordable fixer-uppers that were the cornerstone of their shows became scarce as housing prices soared. Construction costs skyrocketed, and supply chain issues made their typical renovation timelines nearly impossible to maintain.
All the small things. Some people dream big. Today, we
dream.
According to production sources, the brothers had to adapt their approach, focusing more on smaller renovations and existing homeowner properties rather than the buying and renovating model that made them famous. Through these challenges, the brothers demonstrated the resilience that had characterized their entire career. They adapted their business model, reworked their show concepts, and continued to expand their brand even as the familiar formula that made them famous became increasingly difficult to execute in the real world. By 2022, signs of a strategic shift became apparent. The brothers began appearing less frequently in new Property Brothers episodes, instead developing shows featuring other designers and contractors under their production company. They focused more on their executive producer roles and expanded their business interests beyond television into technology investments, retail partnerships, and online content. According to industry publications, this period marked a transition from on-camera personalities to media moguls.
Before I even put the house on the market, I already had real estate agents calling me. I had neighbors calling me for people that are family and friends to move in.
A move that allowed them to scale their brand beyond their physical presence on job sites. It was a necessary evolution for two men who couldn't personally renovate hundreds of homes each year while maintaining their expanding business interests. As of September 2025, Jonathan and Drew Scott remain powerful forces in the home renovation and entertainment industries, though their roles have evolved significantly from their early days swinging hammers and showing houses. Now in their late 40s, the twins have strategically repositioned themselves as lifestyle brand leaders, rather than just renovation experts. Jonathan Scott's personal life has flourished in recent years. His relationship with actress Zooey Deschanel, which began in 2019, has reportedly brought stability and happiness. The couple purchased and renovated a historic home together, a project documented in Drew plus Jonathan's Reveal magazine, demonstrating both his personal happiness and continued passion for home transformation. Jonathan has become increasingly outspoken about environmental causes, particularly solar energy, and has produced documentaries on sustainable building practices. Drew Scott and his wife, Linda Fan, welcomed their first child in 2022 and reportedly recently welcomed their second child in early 2025, marking a new chapter in Drew's life as a father.
That is...
Hey!
What?
See?
You never hit your putts, and now you keep hitting all of them.
This personal evolution has influenced his professional focus, with Drew reportedly developing content and products centered around family-friendly home design. According to recent interviews, Drew has also expanded his real estate holdings, investing in commercial properties across North America while maintaining his role as the business strategist of the Scott Brothers enterprise. Their flagship show, Property Brothers, has evolved as well. While new episodes continue to air, the format has reportedly shifted to incorporate more sustainable practices, technology integration, and flexible living spaces, reflecting both current design trends and the brothers' maturing perspectives. The twins now appear more as mentors and occasional participants rather than the hands-on hosts of every project, allowing them to scale their brand while preserving their personal connection with viewers. The Scott Brothers Entertainment Company has expanded to produce content for multiple networks and streaming platforms. According to industry publications, they now have more than a dozen shows in production at any given time, ranging from traditional renovation formats to competition shows and documentary series. Their executive producer credits have grown substantially, indicating their transition from on-camera talent to media executives. Their retail empire continues to thrive. The Scott Living brand has reportedly expanded into major retailers across North America, offering everything from furniture and home decor to smart home technology and organizational systems. Their design app, reportedly boasting over 5 million downloads, allows users to visualize renovations in their own homes, bringing the brothers' signature approach to a digital platform.
We're gonna figure out a way to get rid of the bugs, but you don't want to do it with one of those zappers because nothing's also more distracting than you're just having a nice conversation.
The numbers behind their success are staggering. According to industry estimates, Property Brothers has aired over 200 episodes across its various iterations, reaching millions of viewers in over 160 countries. Their social media presence includes millions of followers across platforms, creating a direct connection with fans that transcends traditional television. While exact figures are closely guarded, business publications have reportedly estimated their combined net worth at over $200 million as of 2025, reflecting both their television success and savvy business investments. Their impact on the home renovation genre cannot be overstated. The brothers helped transform HGTV from a niche network to a cultural phenomenon, bringing design accessibility to mainstream audiences. Their approach, making high-end design achievable for average homeowners, revolutionized how Americans think about home renovation. The familiar rhythm of their shows, from property search to dramatic reveal, has been imitated countless times but never quite duplicated. Perhaps most remarkably, through their 14-plus years in the public eye, Jonathan and Drew have maintained both their brotherly bond and their connection with audiences. While other television personalities have faded after initial success, the Scott brothers have demonstrated remarkable adaptability, evolving their brand while preserving the authentic relationship that first endeared them to viewers. What makes the Scott brothers' story compelling isn't just their business success. It's how they've navigated the challenges of fame while remaining true to their values. From their childhood on a Canadian ranch to global recognition, They've maintained a work ethic and genuine enthusiasm that resonates with audiences.
We've renovated over 600 houses for families over the years. What we did notice for Chasing the West is there are so many of these families that want to leave the city for that dreamy country lifestyle, but they had no idea how much work it was. They thought it would just be sitting back and relaxing, looking at the mountains.
Their willingness to adapt, from real estate agents to television personalities to media executives, demonstrates an entrepreneurial spirit that extends far beyond renovation expertise. In the end, this isn't just a story about home transformation. It's about family bonds that withstand the pressures of fame. It's about the authentic connection that happens when passion meets purpose. The Scott brothers didn't just renovate houses, they renovated how we think about homes, turning the challenging process of renovation into an aspirational journey that millions of viewers have shared. As they continue to evolve their brand and focus more on their roles as producers and business leaders, the legacy of Jonathan and Drew Scott remains firmly established.
Of our friends and other celebrities and designers through the magazine. So it's and our family too. So mom and dad are in the first issue. You'll see. I mean, it's a quarterly magazine. So there's 4 issues.
They've built something far more lasting than the hundreds of homes they've renovated. They've built a framework for making dreams accessible, for turning before into after, not just in houses, but in lives. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the Scott brothers' journey, let us know in the comments below. What other HGTV stars would you like to learn more about? From Chip and Joanna Gaines to the evolution of house hunters, there are countless stories waiting to be told. Subscribe for more in-depth looks at the personalities who have transformed how we think about our homes, because behind every renovation reveal is a human story worth telling.